And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The game has loaded. We're back from our break. And we're back for another 3 rounds of epic entertainment here at the Intel Extreme Masters Oakland qualifiers for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I'm Lee DMS Smith. Joining me for this one is once again Richard Sims. How you doing, buddy? Are you there? Did I kill you?
I am indeed, but for some reason my mic just didn't want to hit the mute button. But yes, I'm doing very well. Thank you very much, Lee. I have coffee once again. We are currently tanking this bad boy down as we are on our number 13, I believe. But I tell you what, it's been a fantastic day so far. Really,
is that number 13 coffee or?
more than likely, honestly. I'm going to be caffeined out of my mind by the end of today. Now, just to bring you guys up to speed, obviously this is lobby number 13. If you wish to take a look at all the teams that are participating in these, you can do by going on the website. You can check out all these lobbies, see the teams that are going to be in there, and kind of catch up with them, how they're doing throughout the entirety of the tournament, lobby by lobby. 2 teams in particular we need to be watching out for and taking note in this one. It's going to be Team Envious and FlyQuest Gaming. Jesse, LOL, Check Shooter, Venerated, and Caden on Envy. And then over on Fly, we got Comet, Something, Hetra, and Blue. 2 very, very strong teams with super, super strong individuals. Honestly, we don't have anything to look back on from a previous round, so this is going to kind of set the story moving forward throughout the 3.
Yeah, and so far, the story is told that the majority of high seeds have got through. I say majority because we did have a few upsets in EU earlier on. Dignitas not making through. Big Clan, wow, Big Clan you could argue were in a very tough group. But here we go. Things are underway. Let's follow FlyQuest to begin with. Let's see where the plane is going to cut across. Pan straight out. And okay, so it's going over Georgie, over North Georgie Pole. So it's going to go straight over the top. And let's see, we're going to get a stack of people then. I do see Caden going out straight away. So Envious already out the plane.
2 of them are, so the other 2 could potentially be doing the old.
They're all 4 there. All 4 are there.
Are they? Oh, yes, I'm just looking at a different name. Excuse me, as I was zoomed out there. I didn't actually see his name below him. So that's going to be Envy moving to George. Now, what's really impressive is that the entire side, the whole of the West Coast, at the moment, nobody's there. They have all of George. They have the containers. They have the towers. They have the town. They have the hospital. They can loot out of their minds. But on the bigger picture, let's take a look at the map and talk people through how this one's playing out. 1 team in Severny. 2 teams going high. They're going to move into Yasnaya potentially. They may look for a car and try and go elsewhere. You can see a couple of players just hovering around that road area. 1 team lands down in Roshok. Pachinki, it's looking like a hot zone. I'm seeing at least 2 teams there. Maybe a 3rd, but they might actually decide, okay, there's a lot of people. Let's blaze this to the left-hand side and go to Gatka. Further afield, we have a team. We have a full squad down in Novo. 1 team, however, has just seen that Novo's looking rather hot. So they've opted to move away, and they said, okay, we'll drop early. We'll see if we can get a car. If not, we'll just go all the way out to Millie Base. And the rest of them, well, they're going to be spread up by Mansion, down through bunkers. You've got Prison there as well. And then finally, the team last to talk about will be over at Milta.
How crazy is it that Envious and FlyQuest, the 2 teams that we've obviously been highlighting, got themselves a town to themselves, but not only a town, Georgieport and Rozhok and school and everything around it. They've got the whole lot themselves, so they are going to be stacked out and loot. And there comes the circle. It's just a dream for them, especially for Envious. I mean, they've got the whole Georgieport to themselves, and they can just sit and loot for days.
So 1 player's actually gone down already. Someone's going to get a headshot with a peek. Yeah, that's going to be Zenji knocking him out with a handgun. Where's that going to be? There's actually going to be a big battle going down already in Pachinki. So Pachinki looking hot. Let's see who's going to be the king of Pachinki exactly. I am a self-proclaimed sheriff of Pachinki. Me and my boys will like to wander around here. 1 player's got a shotgun. Tommy gun in the hands of Dangler. M4 though, Blood Drum. Look at where he is, just anchoring behind that wall there, hard scoping in. No attachments on the M4. We've got no vest, no helmet, so we'll be taking full damage. 250% to the face, 100% to the chest. But when they look at the enemies that he's facing, Lee, we've only got a crossbow. We do have a Tommy gun. Fair enough, it's a Tommy gun, but it's not the easiest weapon to use, and it only uses 45 ammo. Finally, the rest of the team are now finding some weaponry. Nick's going to jump out the window. We got an M16. If he's not careful, doesn't look to his right-hand side, he could be taking a bullet to the brain. He's going to cross this road. He's out in no man lands. Hard scope comes down. Iron sight. Nick's going to get lucky. Just as he gets around the corner, he will get dropped. A little bit unfortunate there. Tommy gun will push Blood Run back. He should be able to get him up if he hides behind the bin.
Annoyingly, one of those moments where everyone's saying please third person. All the pros saying please use third person early on. Third person Blood Drum, all I get is a big wall. Great. And then first person not working. But there we go. I completely missed the shots, but it does mean that
Oh, Zumo's getting aggressive.
Yeah, Zumo's gone straight in the back, and that is the squad wipe, boys.
No fear.
Almost not
At all.
Nick's on absolutely nothing. Zedge is just going to back the hell out of there. Yeah, no fear at all, like you say. Just come in blasting.
Yeah, he just running. I'm assuming, I mean, we said Zumo. It looks like Zumo, but if not, it's going to be DMO. We'll go with either. He actually gets a tag off. A spray off that shotgun. Some of the pellets actually found a target. So he's going to push him back. That one player, he's all tagged up. And all of a sudden, Blood Run comes in with a bullet from straight across through the window. Look at the angle he manages to secure on him. He will down Nick now for a second time. If Nick falls for a third, he is going to bleed out extremely fast. Creamsy also knocked out from the window. Blood Run at the moment, even though this man has no ammo, no armor, he does have a pan, he has a dream, and he has an M4.
Yeah, he's pushed in. He knows that there's nobody else in that apartment, so he knows he's safe. He's got clean shots as well. He peeks across, and Nick just got necked again. And Zage, this time he's got the angle. And look at his teammate. His teammate is pushing in as well, so he has the angle. Here he goes, shotgun up the stairs. I see him popping the shots through the wall. Yeah, not going to quite get him.
So both of these guys between them, they don't have a helmet. So if they get hit in the face, they're pretty much dead. And that's what DML knows. With the shotgun, with the pellets, early game like this, the shotgun is OP as hell. Obviously, it fires 9 pellets at a time. Every single one of those hits up close and personal, you're going down. And especially if you've got no body armor, you are actually being ripped into. There you go. Straight through the window. Look at that. Just taps him. Annihilates him now. Again, he's got to try and help him out and get his teammate up. There is a hole in the door. Is he actually going to try and shoot through that thing? He might be able to catch him if he blows the bottom off. They're just going to push the aggression here. They've got no armor. They've got no health.
Blood Drum's coming up. Blood Drum's coming up the door. But they've both just been got up. Pops up one shotgun. Zidom across the wall. Oh, but Blood Drum's down. Nick downs him and finishes him off. And Blood Drum is out now. And suddenly, well, the aggressive push. And that was obviously communications. Like, I downed him. There's one down. So obviously he tries to push the stairs. But he just got him up. And well, these guys have been down enough times that they're going to bleed out heavy if they get caught again. But is he now out of shotgun bullets? He's backed away and all he's got his pistol in hand.
Yeah, he's running away, so you would assume so. Nick's been knocked out 3 times. We're going to see Zedge knocked out once. Neither of them, did they actually have a vest between them? Yes, so they've both got level 1s with no helmets.
Battle. There's another action going on. Oh, there's just a couple of people just been down.
3 in a row. Look at that. I've just gone onto Naz's POV and all I see in front of him is the walking wounded. 1, 2, 3, 4 members just crawling on the floor trying to get back to him. He's using them for bait. This is 2 different teams, I believe.
Handy above. Should be able to land the shots. Doesn't the second time of asking. Just Nas that's here. Nasso. Going to go to the left. Irish Moose should be able to land him there. If he goes to the right, Handy Andy has him covered. Irish Moose on the flank. And that is him going down. So, his teammate will be held out. And that's a team squad wipe.
And that's going to be bunkers secured. So, either of those 2 teams that have been down there will be moving up. I'm not the greatest of fans of coming from bunkers.
FlyQuest on the move.
Tagged back. And this is now what I wanted to kind of talk about a little bit more, Lee. We need to look at the rotations, where people are going to be meeting, where this circle's forcing people to. We are up north. We have Severny. Rosok just in, but now that's going to be completely empty. As FlyQuest, they did take all the loot from there. But look at where they're going to pin down. FlyQuest are now going to this little 4 quadrant of houses. This compound, it locks down 3 different roads. And more importantly, if you move up into the compound and you move up in the air, you have a little bit of an eye line on what's going on upstate now. Banking off from where they are, directly opposing them, the hill traverses up. It goes upwards and you can get an angle, but again, if anyone drives past you, they are bottlenecked. They've got nowhere to go. You can murder cars here, and you can bottleneck them down, and they have an opportunity to come 3 ways. Let's see how long they stay there. Envious now knows it's time to move. It's trying to get a better position. Actually, check shooters forcing one back up top, very, very high up north. He's knocked someone out of the car. He went early. He went super early and got himself a high ground compound. Has he actually died?
No,
he is. He's dead. He knocked him out of the car and he fell and dead. He's died.
Wow.
Okay, so 2 players.
So that's I mean, that's a pretty big split. Jesse's going to join him, and the rest of Envious now going up there. Are they thinking? I mean, Georgia, obviously that is kind of center circle up there. Because Georgia Paul, no point sticking around Georgia Paul because they know that Georgia Paul's going to get very busy. They've probably looted a fair amount. I'm fairly sure they're pretty well gigged. They've been in Georgie for a while. Zedru just got knocked from falling, so somebody's got a fat finger on maybe popping out a car. Looks like it, yes. How many times have we seen this today?
I mean, we saw it at Gamescom. Press F to respect break. Unfortunately, we did see that. It was a bit of a meme for a while. But just to kind of touch on what you were mentioning, Lee, it's interesting to see how 2 teams are doing 2 separate things. FlyQuest are getting in to kind of make sure, okay, we're somewhere near the center, but we can mow people down. Again, where they are, it is a bottleneck. If you go across the bridge, straight across the river, you're going to get nailed on the bridge. If you come up from the right-hand side of them, you have an embankment to your right-hand side. You can't move away from them. They will nail you again. Meanwhile, Envious, they says, okay, well, 50% of this is in the water. We've got a damn good chance of either being center or at least being in this next circle. You would absolutely assume that that's where it's definitely going to be. They're going to get information, though. This is where people are now starting to move up.
There's another squad moving in. Night Ghost is the teammate of the guys that Envious have pinned. And there's another squad about to pass on by. They're in a buggy.
They're getting nailed, actually.
Red Jet took a fair bit of damage there. Are they going to drive straight in? They are. They're getting nailed from back. And that's going to force them to flak away and then force them to that compound, isn't it? And they're going straight into the jaws of Envious.
This is going to be rip. Unless they are very smart and pull up outside the Harry Potter. The man on the back, he's about to lose his life. He gets blasted off. The buggy tries to carry on going. You've got to run, my friend. Unfortunately, it's not going to work. The buggy gives you 0 coverage, especially Red Dead on the back. Red Dead by nature. Red Dead by name as well. He's going to try and hide behind the tree. Caden says, I'm sorry, my friend. Don't do that. You're going to die regardless. You're going to bleed out. Again, kind of looking, it would have been nice to see what kind of armor, what kind of stuff they're packing. We'll see if Caden picks anything up off of this. But Envious have decided to go deep. They're rolling deep here. They're kind of sitting up top. We do see a battle going on over at the gas station. Dr. Chaos and Zedru, they're moving into the top end of this circle. In from Stalbert, in from the gas station. They're going to be loot. They're going to get gear from the guys that did originally drop over by Severny. And the bigger question is, Lee, the team that is moving down from Georgia Paul Hill, if you look over there, there are 2 rosters that could potentially go across the bridge that FlyQuest have kind of made their own. And it all depends where this next circle goes. Where's it going to enforce these teams to move?
Sorry, my dog is playing with a ping pong ball. It's bouncing around the room. It's just like quite distracting. Yeah, I mean, where are they going to go? So it's interesting right now because obviously nobody's thinking let's go to Zaki because it's kind of like, you know, you're pinning yourself off there. I'm just amazed that nobody else has thought let's go into Georgie Pole. And then they're just thinking it's too much of a risk. And look at that circle. It's perfect for these guys. So Envious in a great spot right now. FlyQuest even could collect themselves a hatful of kills. They're in a perfect position. They've got the double bridge, obviously, either side of them. And now a lot of people are going to have to push past them. And I don't know whether they're going to stay there or whether they're going to feel maybe pushing for the hills.
So the danger one is we're seeing a... Now, I'm just about to say there's a little bit of a danger and they proved me wrong. Someone accidentally fat-fingered. But it's actually going to do them a world of good because now they can heal up. These are the guys that are moving up from military base, and they got tanked up pretty bad by the circle. We're going to see a level 3 helmet, Car 98, cheek pad on that Car 90 as well, and that's also going to be an ACOG, so no 8-time scope, but certainly a level 2 vest. They're going to have plenty of meds. I'm seeing level 3 backpacks. You can always tell when someone's looted melee. Level 1 helmet, which is not ideal for late game. 2-time scope, level 2 vest, level 2 helmet on one of the players. That's going to be a mini on him as well, and his teammate in front of him again, level 2, M16 ACOG. So they've got some scopes, they've got some sights, they've got a sniper, and they've got a couple of ARs to boot as well. More than likely going to be packing quite a lot of meds, and Zedge is getting wrecked, to be honest with you. Cross map.
Yeah, Leonard's long range.
I mean, he's
quite
got
a bit of rotations going on here. There's quite a few vehicles heading north. They've all gone through Georgia Pol. There's 2 squads. Now, are they going to try and go to this complex, I wonder? Looks like they're heading straight towards it, where Dead Easter and his team are sat waiting. It's Zenik and Triceracop, Fierce and CRBN. They're going to go very, very close to this complex. Let me load the textures up. There we go.
Look at Envy. Look at Envy.
Are they going to get another? They are going to get a second squad coming towards them, aren't they? Actually, but there's potentially the other squad that's driving past. They're all heading that way. Okay, they've diverted to the drop, the crate drop.
The other team hasn't though. 1, 2, 3, 4 vehicles all bearing down upon Team Envious. If they just bide the time, I'm going to have to go to a POV of the players on top of the roof and just bank off for a second. And here we go. Let the melt begin. One US turns up, bullets go down. Initial dink. But I like how they're split up, and this is the great advantage of being able to split up with vehicles. Fair enough. Jesse Law will knock one, and they will lose 1 team member. But due to driving with so many vehicles and having all those vehicles as a team and driving separately...
Well, they're going to another complex, though. They're going to the next complex along, which is also covered. Knight's Ghost in here. These are the guys that were forced away earlier. They're taking shots on the other vehicle, which may actually give them a warning themselves. Now, that crate had an M24 in it, by the way, that I believe got looted. So it was pretty much it and gone. Triceracop is kind of having a look around, see if there's anything left in it. I don't suppose there is.
Did anybody loot it? Well, there is. I'm seeing a. I'm not even going to look.
No, the AWM in there. There's an AWM and a military vest and a 15x scope in that crate. So nobody's looted that one. Is Triceracop going to take a peek?
On the other crate next to it, Lee, there is a shotgun and level 1 bag on the floor, so someone has looted it.
That was the new one, yeah. So this one's been left. So I guess people just assume it's looted. But that's a decent set of loot right there.
Bullets come down.
Oh, Fierce, yeah.
Carbon, unfortunately. He's just decided to bail out of this. So
they've obviously picked the location to go to. They finally decided on where they wanted to go, and it's gone straight in.
Speaking of straight in the eyes, he tagged up one. I'm very surprised that guy decided to peek. 8x scope, the lean comes in.
Nade from Fierce.
Full reload.
Oh, he misses.
I didn't realise Fierce is there, so he can just be a nuisance and kind of flush these out.
Yeah, he went in. Obviously, that's his UAZ burning out the front there.
He just bailed on it.
Yeah, just piled in, realised he's going to try for a second nade. No, decided, the Dacia's rolling in behind him. He's going to watch that. That would be embarrassing. Triceracop gets another Dead Easter going down. He's dropped out there. Oh, no, look. And CPN gets another shot with the Kar98. He is popping heads.
I mean, he's popping heads and he's doing well. I'm going to give him that. He's got the 8x scope on there. Obviously, it works wonders. But the one thing that's not really doing too well...
Fierce got down. He tried to push in.
Too aggressive. He actually dropped a nade before he went down, so he's going to at least knock some health off those players. But look at this. Like, they're kind of showing themselves, Lee. And they're not really jiggle peeking. They're just kind of creeping in and leaning. They're not playing this how you should. They're walking slowly. They're pre-firing and pre-aiming. They're kind of being a little bit of an open target here. And I'm sorry, but when you've got an 8x scope bearing down upon you with a Kar98 cracked onto it, you've got to be more aware. You have to be more aware. He's not even leaning. He's literally just aiming. Putting his full body out there.
Triceracop's just got down. Lazy Wolf gets a bit of revenge there. Is he going to really go for the same angle? No, he isn't. Okay, he's just going to get the revive in. Are they going to try and push out while they go for the revive? They know there's 2 out here. At the moment, there's no reason to. Let's have a look at the circle. It's about to pop in while he gets the revive.
So this will determine the movement for FlyQuest.
Okay, Envious need to move. FlyQuest in a good spot. Oh, shots going down. Domo, the last man in that squad. We saw him earlier on. He's hunking his on. And he's got away. Well, he's got away for now because he's driving into another team.
Yeah, he might just move down to these yellows if he's got a first aid. If he can crack that one off. Last player still remaining for his team. Earlier on, we saw him going with a shotgun, just absolutely full YOLO.
Okay, so that team that just took the shots, Pentalol, are they about to get all these 4 vehicles coming straight towards him? I think they are. Pentalol sat ready. They're just the other side of the hill. He doesn't want to go up the ridge. He's happy to stay there, and they're going to move into that next complex. So they've got some next door neighbors that just moved in. Having a look at Envious, they are on the move. Obviously, they had a squadron of vehicles themselves. Now, where are they going to go? Are they just going to sit on the edge? I think they're probably going to play it safe around this edge of the circle. Yeah, they're just going to set themselves up a nice little concave of vehicles there.
You'd assume that they will see what they do with this second UAZ. They always put them against the tree, and a few times you'll see them just parking them against rocks. Not only does it allow them to at least kind of stop the bullets hitting some of the wheels, but it also gives them an extra amount that they can just hide behind and chill. Potentially they might be moving these vehicles together to give themselves a little bit of an elongated kind of barrier.
ZZ Dom's about to get popped, I think. He's got the UAZ, but unfortunately there's a squad facing on him. Yeah, that vehicle, get out of it! No, he's down. Irish Moose will finish him off. FlyQuest just took down Zedge. They have finally engaged, and it is a squadron coming across, or it was, across that bridge, and they have been down. I think Nick's just the last man standing in that team. Yes, he is.
If you remember, those 2 players are the ones that we started off in Pachinki that have actually been down like 2 or 3 times. So Nick's been down 3 times. This time round, if he gets hit again, he ain't getting up. He's the last man standing, and he has been pretty much battered, bruised, and pushed around all over this map so far. I mean, credit where credit's due. He's still alive. We're kind of going to see Envious on the top there. Reminds me of the... we kind of saw this... Quite a lot of teams, obviously, this is the meta. You play around with it. You use these vehicles to the most advantage. They allow you to stay alive if one gets blown up, as we saw earlier on. They allow you to stay separate while you're on the move, but they also kind of allow you to pack them together to give yourself some defense, so you can move back and you can constantly stay in cover. They're just going to play the shrubbery over here on the edge. There's no real reason for them to move in. There's so little kind of houses now as we're moving down into these last few compounds. You could potentially, this hill could be, the next circle could be really brutal, and it could go center circle and then just wipe out all the compounds around them.
It's a big ridgeline, isn't it? There's a big valley in between, so it's either going to throw it right in the center of the valley, which I suspect we may well see it, or it could play nice for them. We'll see. FlyQuest have been pretty comfortable. They've been sat there the whole game. Obviously got themselves a stack of kills just a moment ago. Not a high kill game, I don't think, still. Obviously still 36 alive, so plenty of time between these teams. There's a squad, the last squad actually moving into the circle, so no worries about people sitting in the blue these days like obviously we were seeing long ago. This is the new blue rule in there as well.
4 kills so far then, coming out of Envy. That's going to be nice 40 points from them. FlyQuest have only got 1. That's going to be something. Taking a look further afield, 1 kill coming out of Nick. He's still just holding on for dear life, bless him.
That crate's still got the crate's still got the AWM and 15 times scope and a military vest times level 3 military vest in it. And it's still in the circle. If
anyone's got the balls to go and get that, then they deserve it. But really,
it's not on a bad spot, you know. I mean, it's a little open. It's a little open.
It's not, but any crate in this circle can be really brutal.
Look at the update. Okay, so this is a really interesting update because the one team that's in there, in them buildings, they drove past nonchalantly past the squadron that's next to them, and now they have to make the move. So they're rubbing their hands. They're like, okay, we're in prime position now. Let's have a look at the territory around it. So it's a nice 2-story. They've got a good split of buildings. There is a ridge line that's probably kind of work against them, I would say, on the left side.
So this area is fully open. I mean, I'm just panning around now. You've still got areas of the shooting range in. You have all kinds of different elevation. One of the prime positions that I'm a big fan of when you get these kind of circles is the crashed plane. Now, it's pretty good because there's not too much room behind them, so you can at least kind of make sure, all right, my ass is covered because the blue's going to be behind me. But with the plane where it is, there are a lot of little ditches around it. You've got a lot of ridge lines, so you can kind of just track back and chill out. Probably look for Carbon and Triceracop to maybe move up there. But I think this could potentially be on Envious' radar. In fact, no, they're moving hillside.
Yeah, I mean, they've just moved into position. I think they're deciding on which spot they want to use. Now, they've got to be careful because obviously a lot of noise comes out of these vehicles. And more importantly, there is a squad coming in out
Nick's
of
just
the
got
back.
another kill. Nick's just got another kill. Bless him.
Oh, he's on his own, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Is he going to check the crate? Yay! Someone's going to find the crate. And he's going, oh my god! Oh, my Christmas is at once. There's an M24, a military vest. This is great. All he had before that was just a UMP in there. So now he's happy. Now, the question is, will he use it? Because he's behind Envious.
Yep. And he's got himself...
He sees Caden. He's got perfect sight of Caden.
Ooh, okay, so I like the hold for a second. There's clearly
There's
a reason
another
why
squad
he's
to the
holding.
right of him as well.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't want to give...
Oh, look at that. He sees them both lined up. He's got... Oh, he's missed it!
The issue, what he's done there is, he's given away their position. And now Envious have the information. They can just lay down Holy Thunder on them because this team has to come to them. They're in the better position. They have the map. They have the territory. I'm sorry, but an M24 isn't going to do you no good. You boys have got to do something, or you've got to rotate out of there. If you're going to have a crack at Envious with an M24, you've got to make sure those bullets find the target. Don't bother with your teammate. Don't even look at him. You've got to run, boys. You've got the blue on your back. It's going to be hurting you very, very soon. You've got nowhere else to go. There's no cover. You're going to go to the defilade side, which is fine, but you're running away from the circle.
Running
and the more
into the blue. The blue's going to
the more damage you'll take.
Yeah, this is, the poison chalice of picking up an M24 and taking the shot. Now, I wonder, right, if actually Pentalot, I want to look at Pentalot because he's just getting a lot of kills I'm noticing here. I want to see what's going on. Where is he? Where are you, Pentalot? I've noticed him, he's just picked up a stack of kills. FlyQuest have actually moved in and they've lost 2 members, I believe.
They've lost 2 players, haven't they?
Yeah.
But look at what they're looking at. Hetero knows there's so many over that ridge line. And there's also 2 teams there, so if those squads can go heads up 1-to-1, it might be doing them a favor. We can see bullets coming down. Check Suter and his partner, they know where those players are that initially shot them with the M24. He does get a tag with the M24. In fact, that's a second M24 actually in play, excuse me, so we need to look out for that one across the board. And now Envious, they will get a squad wipe on the opposing team unless he's going to try and get him up. He actually is. Man, this is going to be so rough. Being outside the circle and just having Envious completely patrolling around you. And as they move forward as well, they're actually going to rotate into carbon, unfortunately.
Well, CRBN and Triceracop are basically where he's running directly into. They are just, he's going to run straight on the back of them. They hear the footsteps, spin around, bam. Now, go and loot it. Go and loot it. There's an M24 on there. There's a military vest. There's a whole stack of goodies, and they're like, whoa! So that crate continues to change hands. Let's see if it works out better for them. That is the crash site. So FlyQuest were taking shots. There's the circle coming in. And look at it. It's going to be once again Envious. First in.
M24 in trade-off for a Vector. Not a bad switch-up, aye? not a bad switch-up at all. So, lovely little care package there. They're getting rewarded for the kill. How are Envious going to play this? Are they going to stay down, or will they take King of the Mountain?
It's tricky, isn't it? It's tricky because the mountain territory has got to be looking nice. They've got a decent V, haven't they? Oh, it's not working. He's got to put a handbrake on. Leave it in gear. Leave it in gear. There we go.
There we go. So they built themselves a little tent. Kind of hold back any oncoming hill fire. They're all going to drop back into the shrubbery. I like the play. It's the best one right now. And they're only team currently inside the circle. FlyQuest know they've got a big job ahead of them. They've got 1 team to the left, 1 team to the right. Here comes the rotate. All of a sudden, we're just hearing bullets cracking off on the east side.
Yeah, that's a straight crossfire they have set up here. Motsy's got no cover from Irish Moose. He should go down, but he didn't go down. Okay, so a bit of potato aiming going on there. There is a lot of fire, though. And now there's another crossfire. And every time I switch to someone, they die. They die. Okay, there we go. Let's stick on Victor. Victor's safe, but they're taking shots from Envious. Envious has actually lost a man. Caden's just been down. Let's have a look.
That was the M24 lead that dropped earlier on.
Oh,
he hit him in the head with it.
Didn't finish off, did he? Carbon's low. He's got himself. He's going to get out of there. Triceracop with that M24. He's got a squad to his right as well, so they can't just worry about them. And this circle has actually lit everyone up. So apologies if I'm missing kills. There is a lot of them going on now. Jay Baloney getting himself a couple of kills there. CRBN, his teammate, Triceratops' teammate, going down. Envious got their man up, and they still have a 4-man squad set up. FlyQuest only the 2, and there was a massive, massive cluster of people down the bottom here. FlyQuest looks like Blue's going to get his last kill of that squad. Triceratops takes Wolf down, so he's just spun around. He's been a nuisance right now.
Oh, and here comes Envious. They're making their move. It's time for them to get kind of set up here.
They're getting lit up, though.
Crossfire comes in. Caden and Check Shooter, they'll take at least the fire back. They've got to be careful, though. When you look at where they're positioning, they're going to be pincered. 1, 2, 3 teams on the outskirts here will be coming from behind. And they've got a team directly in front. Let's take a look at the position, how they're going to set this one up. Both cars side by side, the UAs will make a little bit of a fort. So they can at least keep themselves defended from the squad that's perpendicular to them. But behind them, they've got to be careful because Triceratops, he's on his own. He could cause all kinds of problems. We've seen solo players before, but FlyQuest, they could be getting flanked.
Yeah, they're going to get caught in the back.
Behind them.
Tatsu, do they realize? I mean, there has been a lot of fighting going on over this side, so they may have been a little disoriented by the amount of shots, exactly where it's going to come from. But I think Jay Baloney has this.
He's going to give himself away. Now Hetra's actually getting the shots there. They can hear all these bullets. You can hear the scar from quite a fair distance. Jay Baloney scoping in with the ACOG.
Tracking Blue, sees Hector.
Oh, but now they're getting distracted by Envious. And it's actually going to be... Who knocked him out? Tatos, that's from the opposing squad. FlyQuest are gone. They're eliminated from the map. See you later, friends. Unfortunately, that one squad on the opposing side does the damage. All 4 members of Envious still remaining. 2 of them in the circle. 2 of them have pushed out aggressively to try and track down where these 2 players are. They're going to fall. And all of a sudden, we're into what I believe is a 4-on-3.
And they're
Make
completely
that 4-on-2.
pinned, aren't they? Yeah, it's just Treats left. They know exactly where he is. Treats, what are you going to do? You got an AWM in your hand. You got to revive your teammate. The question is, while he's doing that, are they going to push up on him? They don't need to. They have the circle. 50 seconds, and they know he's going to move. He's going to get his teammate up. He has to land like godlike shot here. He has to peek and get a godlike shot.
M24 in a dream.
Raining.
Let's see.
Check Shooter on the right. He's not looking. Check Shooter's on the right. He's just staring right at him.
His helmet's gone. His teammate's gone. His helmet's gone. This is rip. You might be able to crack off 124 bullet and try and find yourself a target, but this is just going to be 10 points per person for Team Envious. It's a 4 versus 1. Treat's going to try and get a knockdown just to be a bit of a nuisance. But honestly, what can you really do? Caden knows where he is. Oh, gets a tag. There's blood, but unfortunately, it's going to make no difference whatsoever. Team Envious come out victorious. They claim victory in game number 1 of this server number 13. Check Shooter, Caden, Jesse, Lol, and Frex. How many kills is that between them? That's going to be 11. 110 points plus their 300. Nice job. GG, NV.
Yeah, they had their game plan set out from the start, didn't they? They had Georgia Pot to themselves, and honestly, I think probably most of us, definitely myself included, would have stayed in Georgia Pot a lot longer. But I guess obviously that's the experience. You know, it's like we've got enough loot. We don't need any more. All we're doing is wasting time. So they went and got themselves in that house, that complex. They had to fight their way into the complex. They killed a guy there. The rest of that squad backed out. And then they just massacred anyone that came near them, didn't they? Anyone that came into the house. And then clever use of the vehicles. We've seen it a lot from the top teams. Using mass vehicles, using those UAZs to give themselves the perfect cover when cover doesn't exist. Getting that little V set up at the rock as well. So giving themselves just that extra edge. So you've got to say an element of luck. Because that M24 shot, I don't know how he missed it. But I think he's going to be looking at that one on the replay on the Twitch and thinking, how did I throw that one away? Who was it that took the shot? It was or am I a whale? They ended up 9th. Not a single kill between them. And he had the M24 lined up with 2 members of Envy. Literally 2 heads right there, and he missed.
Now, this is the kind of the opposing side to this game. There's a time to... You have to pick your battles, right? There's a time to shoot at someone and go for the kills, but there's also a time to know when not to shoot at somebody. Check your surroundings and realize, you know, where can you go? Where can you flee to? What's going to happen if I don't land this bullet? What's going to happen to me next? Is it worth taking this shot and making the opposing team aware? And that right there was kind of textbook, really. You know, there was nowhere else for them to go. He missed the bullet, and unfortunately, NBA said, okay, do you want to take a shot at us, Sunshine? I'll give you a piece of this. Have some leather yourself. Now, in doing so, they had to be pushed back. They had no cover. They had nowhere to go. They had nowhere to run. The only one place to run was back into the blue. It did its job. It caused them all sorts of problems, and they end up getting massacred for it. They didn't get any kills whatsoever. So knowing when to pick your battles, that will come with time, and that will come with playing this meta and playing these high-level teams. But again, it's the opposing side to this game.
So, Envious live up to the name. Obviously being picked up by the Team Blue, I guess you could call them. Bleed Blue, whatever you want to say. Team Envious, fantastic organisation. Get themselves the first win. Remember, it is 3 rounds. I don't know which group we're going to switch across to, Rich. We have a fairly decent choice in this batch of teams, don't we? We could stick with 13 or we could move on.
I believe we're moving to number 14. Quite a few people want to see number 14 because there's a couple of cheeky rosters over there as well that want to be seen on stream.
That sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Okay, Group 14 next, then. We'll see if that is available or if something else crops up first. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back with the next round.